So we finally made it to our destination, which is in upstate New York.
Yeah, way up. We're about 30 minutes from the Canadian border.
And we are at Higley Flow State Park, and we chose this park because it's about 15 minutes from Phil's mom's place.
Yeah, so this was the perfect place to park Ruby.
And not only that, but they are actually next door, and we will show you them hopefully later on this week. But
yeah.
This ended up being a fabulous campground.
Yeah, it was, I mean, it's really nice. It's big. It's over 1,100 acres.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 135-ish sites.
I'm testing him right now.
And some of these sites have electric.
Just electric.
Or just electric?
There's a handful that have electric, but most of them are boondocking sites. And if you are a New York resident, it's only $15 a night, but because we're not, it's $20 a night for us.
Yeah, they charge us $5 because we're visiting from out of state.
I guess it's visitor tolls, fees, whatever.
But I'd gladly pay it. It's nice. It's a very nice park.
And each person is kind of tucked into their own little campsite. They are not all on top of each other.
But as you can see from our site here, how we're tucked in and we have trees that are blocking, giving us some shade. It's a really nice, really nice park. And the sites, we did drive around to all the loops. There's A through F loops here. Mm-hmm. And most of the sites that we saw, we could get in and level. There are some that, not even going to try. But it is what it is.
And they have sites big enough for 40-footers. So if you're in that range, you would definitely fit here. Now, we didn't choose it as our destination. Our destination was to hang out with Phil's mom, but this is a great destination campground. It's really nice. They have a beach for swimming. They have volleyball, a sand volleyball court, basketball, horseshoes.
Yep, they've got a marina so you can launch your boat or your kayaks. And there's water all around it. So this is really a nice stop.
They also have 10 miles of hiking trails, which if you are here in the winter time, though the campground may be closed, you can still use those trails for snowmobiling and skiing.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool. I would love to come up here, maybe not with Ruby, but just come up here and hang out at Mom's.
That's never happening. We've been here in the winter before, and we've snowmobiled.
Yeah.
I'm out.
It is fun.
So also, just so you know, the craziest part of this campground is there is an area that they allow you to deer hunt in deer hunting season. So you could actually come here and camp and then go, I'm not sure what area, but somewhere around here where you won't shoot people, you can hunt for deer.
Yeah, and there are deer. We've seen, probably a handful of deer cutting through sites and whatnot. And little baby deer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is a very nice place to just relax and hang out and have a good time.
Yep, and we are going to head over to a couple places about an hour and a half from here. One is Alexandria Bay, where we're going to see 1,000 Lakes, and the other one is home of one of our Olympic training centers in
Lake Placid.
I cannot remember. In Lake Placid. So it is an hour and a half drive to each place. It's kind of a hike, but you're centrally located between the two, so I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I am looking forward to those places. We've wanted to go to Lake Placid, for a while, and now this is a bucket list item that we're going to check off. Yep.
All right, so I know a few of you, a lot of you have been asking for more feedback on the campgrounds we stayed at, so I hope you like this feedback. It is worth coming to. We love it. Yeah. And we will probably be back, but in the summer.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the Instant Pot kind of night. So, of course, I use the Instant Pot for all my quick dinners. And I know a lot of you guys have been joking on us because we're always joking about our Battleborn batteries, saying the whole reason we got them is for coffee. But let me tell you the real reason we got them. So I'm planning to use my Instant Pot for dinner. I'm pulling everything out now. And here in the state park, quiet hours and generator hours are strictly enforced. So I can run our generator from 9 to 11 in the morning and from 5 to 9 at night, which means since I want to use my Instant Pot now, it's not 5 o'clock yet, I wouldn't be allowed to use it on our old batteries. But now that I have the new batteries, I don't have to worry about the generator. I don't have to worry about also my coffee pot, what time that kicks on, because neither of those will trip our Battleborn batteries. So that is one of the reasons I'm really glad we have the new lithium as opposed to our old batteries. So now you really know the truth. in true Farley fashion, we are here at the ski jumps and everything is under construction, so we cannot go to the top. But usually you can go all the way up to the top, taking an elevator up there, and you can actually peer out where the skiers would jump from.
Yeah, it looks like there's somebody in the middle one up there actually working right now. So just to be here is pretty cool. I would love to see this in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody
In
actually
action.
jumping. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
And you can come here. It's open every day, 9 to 4. And of course, the Olympians still come here and practice. But you'd have to check their schedule to see when they would be here.
Yeah. Dang it. This would have been cool.
Yeah. It's pretty cool to know that people had their dreams happen here at one point.
Yeah. We're going to have to find us an Olympics now to go, a Winter Olympics to go and check out.
Well, any Olympics would be really cool.
Yeah, that's true too.
So it's on the bucket list. So we'll see if that happens. All right, welcome to another day that was supposed to be sunny, warm, and beautiful.
And in true Farley fashion, we have crappy weather once again.
It is pouring, and of course, well, we're kind of stuck under an awning right now. We're trying to make our way to the ice skating rink where all the magic happened.
In 1980, that's right. Do you believe in miracles? That's where we're trying to get to.
So as soon as this rain lets up, I might look like a drowned rat when we get there, but we are heading that way. All right, folks, this is where the magic happened.
Yep, this is where the Miracle on Ice in 1980, and I think it was Al Michaels who said, "Do you believe in miracles?"
5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
Happened right here. This is pretty cool.
Yep, the hockey game that everybody still talks about.
Yeah, and if you look around the arena, everybody that was on that 1980 Olympic gold medal winning team is around the arena, so that's kind of cool.
It's pretty cool to come here and just check it out and walk around, even though obviously we get the Zamboni and not the players, but it's still a really cool atmosphere.
Yeah, and we walked past the 1932 Olympic ice rink as well to get to this one. So this place has got a lot of history, Olympic history here. And as Stacy alluded to earlier, this is where a lot of dreams came true for a lot of folks.
Yeah, that is so, and for the country, really.
Yeah, exactly right.
We're wrapping up our trip to Lake Placid. If you want to do something other than the Olympic training centers, you can come up this weekend and they're doing an Ironman, so you can join that.
Yeah, there's a ton of tremendous looking athletes rolling around here.
Yeah.
Bikes and tights and running shoes galore.
If you decide to come to Lake Placid, you can do some cool things at the ski jumps over the first place we were at. You can do a luge, and you can do a couple of other things as long as you come after November. So the construction should be finished then. We were all excited thinking we were going to be able to ride in a luge. It's $75 a person, but we were willing to toss out that dough to ride with some of the people training for the Olympics. But unfortunately, it's closed for construction.
Was it the luge or the bobsled?
Actually, I think it might be the bobsled.
Yeah, I mean, either one would have been cool. And,
Yeah.
and I think the bobsled, you're in a 4-man bobsled with 2
people who know what they're doing.
Yeah, professionals. So we may have to come back this way to do that, because that sounds like a ton of fun.
A lot of fun. And of course, if you, like I said earlier, if you schedule it right, you can actually see some of the Olympians training over there. But all in all, I think it was worth the trip. It was about an hour and a half from Higley Flow State Park, where we're staying with Phil's mom and Don. And I guess we'll make the track back. So you guys know we're camping here with Phil's mom. I'm going to show you how far their campground is, and then I want to show you the difference in their setup and our setup. So in case you don't know, we have a running joke with Al and Angie from Life Beyond the Burbs about how much stuff part-timers have and compared to how much stuff full-timers pull out. We used to pull everything out when we first got started, and now we hardly ever pull anything out at all. So here is Phil's mom's campground. All right, you can see this is Mom and Don. And they have all their cool stuff out, and we haven't pulled anything out on our side. So I don't know what really, I'm trying to figure out what that means. If we're slackers and we're just being lazy, or if they just have too much stuff. So you'll have to tell me down below what you think. I think it's a combination of both.
Well, I think you're glamping and we're camping.
Oh, I think, okay, she's probably the accurate one. I think she's got it. That's probably very, very true. All right, so let's go compare with our side, and I'll show you what we have over there. All right, so now I'm going to take you back to our side and show you all the stuff we have pulled out of the rig set up at the campground, because it's so much. All right, check it out. This is everything that we have out. So mainly our chairs and the fire pit, which you guys have seen the fire pit before, but I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is, let me bring it over so you can see. This is our new torch that we just got. It's pretty cool.
It's also from Outland, the same place that we got the fire pit from.
Yep, and I'll show you how we take it down later whenever we take it down. But it's pretty cool, and you just hook it up to your tank, and you don't have to have all that liquid stuff to burn it. And it's pretty cool. So if you get the adapter, then you can run both the fire pit and the torch at the same time. So it's pretty cool. You can hear Giz making a ruckus because I guess he wants to come outside now. So let's let him out. Come on. Giz.
Come here. You guys come here. Come here, buddy.
Umbria's Grand Hilltown sits majestic.
So you can see the most important thing we have out here is Giz.
Yeah. Today is Gizmo's lucky day.
Yeah, because we are going to venture out with Phil's mom and Don, and he doesn't have to be stuck here in the RV. He gets something a little bit better.
Yeah, he's going to go to a house that has running AC.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about overheating him, and the added benefit is when he goes to Phil's mom's house, Don's sisters are actually going to make sure he gets out a couple of times a day. So they're going to let him go out and walk. So he's going to get spoiled.
Yeah, talk about a spoiled dog. But these are the things we do with our dogs on the road. And Giz,
Oh, he's rotten.
You can tell he's excited. We had to wake him up to get him moving today, so.
Normally we have to worry about the rig overheating, so we usually set the automatic generator start, so if it gets too hot, the AC will come on.
Yeah, so today, we don't have to worry about that. We're just going to lock it up, take him over to the house, and then go out and explore.
I don't have to party to have fun, you see. I got different hobbies, and that's all I need. Some say life is boring, but I disagree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe it, they don't know worth it. I'm gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Sorry we didn't film more when we were in Alexandria Bay, when we were checking out Thousand Islands, but by the time we got off the boat tour, it was pouring.
Yeah, so we had to make a beeline for a restaurant to get some grub.
Yeah, so it was a really nice tour. It was a lot of fun. They gave us a lot of history about the area and the castle. What was the name of the castle?
Big Castle. I don't know. I don't remember.
It wasn't Big Castle.
No, it was a big castle, but I don't know. It was pretty awesome to see it from the boat. And had it not been raining when we pulled up there, we probably would have gone and toured it.
Yeah, but it was really cool. And we had a blast hanging out with Phil's mom and Don.
Yeah.
It was so fun to camp right next to him.
It was a long time coming. She was so anxious for us to come up there and visit. Didn't want us to leave, and I'm sure she's already making plans for us to come back next year.
Well, it is Mom, so what do you expect?
I know. I'm her favorite, so I mean.
No, I'm her favorite.
This is true. She would take Stacy over me any day.
Wouldn't anybody?
Probably.
Okay. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and we will see you
on the road.